Is your manifestation taking too long? In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 easy things you can start using today to speed up all your manifestations. What's up, superheroes? Welcome back to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. If you're new here, hi. I'm Scarlett Grace, I'm a manifestation coach, and I help people break through their limitations and manifest their heart's desires. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 super easy things you can start using today to speed up all your manifestations. Manifestation doesn't need to take way too long. If you find that it takes you too long to manifest, use those tips and you will speed up manifestation and perhaps even get your desire today. But before we jump into this, if you want to learn how to manifest any desire fast with the law of assumption and Neville Goddard's teachings, then start now by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you won't miss any video that could change your life. I also have several self-study courses to help you manifest, including a 21-day course on how to manifest your specific person. And if you need some extra help or my personal advice for your situation, coaching is now open. And I actually have 2 different options for coaching now. You can find the links for all of those things and the coaching in the description below. The first thing you can do to speed up your manifestation is to start a gratitude journal. But this gratitude journal is a gratitude journal with a twist. It's not your typical gratitude journal. In this gratitude journal, I want you to specifically write any manifestation that you have during the day that is even a little bit related to what you want to manifest. Let's say, for example, that you have a desire that you want to manifest and it is about your specific person giving you more compliments. Now, if during the day anybody pays attention to you and gives you compliments, I want you to write it down. It's not the end result, but if it is happening in your reality, write it down. If it's happening in your reality and it's even a little bit related to your manifestation, I want you to write it down in your gratitude journal. The reason for this is that whatever we pay attention to grows. What you pay attention to, you feed it, and it grows in your reality. So if you pay attention to those little things, they will become big things. They will turn into bigger manifestations. The problem is that when you try to manifest something that you consider big or something that you have never experienced before, let's say that very few people ever pay you compliments and you want to manifest your specific person giving you compliments, your head thinks that this is something that never happens to you. So when it happens during the day in small ways or from other people, you will not even notice. You'll just forget about it the moment it happens. This is why it's important to pay attention to those moments, to consciously decide that if we have any manifestation, even a little bit related to the main thing that we're trying to manifest, we are going to consciously pay attention to it. That's what the gratitude journal does. It forces you to think back to what happened during the day and find those little moments that is your manifestation starting to happen. And it forces you to pay attention to those small manifestations. And by paying attention to them, you manifest the end goal even faster because you notice how it's already working in your reality. It's not some far-off thing that you never experienced before. People are complimenting you. So, of course, it is easy for your specific person to compliment you too because this is something that now happens to you and you have evidence of it. Or if you're trying to increase your income, if you have any kind of money coming in, out of nowhere, even if it's $10, write it down. It may not be the end result, but this is proof that it's working. You increased your income by $10. Tomorrow you can increase your income by $100. By the end of the week, you can increase your income by $1,000. You now have proof that you set the intention and it's already manifesting in your reality. This speeds up your manifestation and makes it much faster to manifest the things that originally you thought were big. The second thing you can do to speed up manifestation is to set reminders on your phone so that you can visualize or use your affirmations for 5 to 10 minutes 3 times a day. I know it sounds obvious, but many people spend way too long watching videos about manifestation or thinking about how they're going to manifest something instead of actually doing the 5 to 10 minutes of work, either affirming or visualizing or scripting 3 times a day that is required to manifest their desires. If you decide that I'm going to visualize for 5 minutes 3 times a day and that's all I'm going to do, and you stick to it, you actually stick to it, not just do it for 3 or 4 days and then give up, and go back to watching videos and looking for new techniques, your desires will manifest fast. So just decide that, hey, I'm going to spend those 5 to 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day, to manifest this desire. And I'm going to set reminders on my phone. And I'm going to actually do it. I won't be switching back and forth between methods. I will use visualization, or I will use affirmations, or I will use both of those things, or I will use affirmations and scripting. But I'm going to pick the specific methods that I'm going to use, and I'm going to commit to using them 3 times a day, every day. And I'm going to set reminders on my phone to make sure that I'm going to do it. The third thing that you can do to make your manifestations happen much faster is to make the process fun. So I know I talked about setting reminders on your phone so that you can use whatever technique you chose to manifest your desire 3 times a day, but that doesn't mean that it has to feel like a chore, that it has to feel like something you have to put a lot of effort in. Manifestation works best when it feels like a game. So imagine when you were a kid and you wanted that bike or that video game, or to go to the fair, or to go to summer camp and you wanted to persuade your parents. Imagine how that felt. You just naturally daydreamed of it. You didn't worry about whether it was going to happen. You were just imagining how good it would be when you finally had the thing or went to the camp. This is what you need to feel when you're using your manifestation techniques. If you set reminders to visualize or to affirm 3 times a day and it feels like a chore and you're super bored and you feel too lazy to do it and it doesn't feel good, then this is a sign that you probably need to change your imaginal scene or look at your affirmations and see if they actually create joy and excitement in you. Because those 5 to 10 minutes a day that you spend manifesting your desire need to be fun. I mean, you're literally imagining the glorious new reality that you want to experience. If it doesn't feel good to imagine it, then either you don't want the thing that you say you want, or you have created a boring representation of it, and that's why you don't feel like doing it. Otherwise, nobody has to persuade us to imagine the thing that you want. Like, if you are in a new relationship, nobody has to persuade you to think of the person you have a date with tonight. You just naturally spend hours thinking about that person and you don't even realize it. You don't put any effort in it. If you imagine how good it would feel to be on your vacation next week, for example, you don't have to put any effort to do that. It's something that you do automatically and you enjoy it. So if right now it feels like a chore to use your affirmations or do scripting or visualize, that means that you're probably using boring things that don't get you excited. Reword your affirmations. Switch up your imaginal scenes until you find something that really gets you in the mood. Something that you want to spend not 5 or 10 minutes, but hours imagining because it feels so good. And that brings me to the fourth thing that you can do to manifest your desires faster. The number one reason we don't manifest our desires as fast as we want is that we have resistance towards them. Either because they feel too big or too difficult, or because we haven't had something like that before. We basically don't think that it's very likely for that thing to manifest. Now that's actually an illusion, because all desires are equally easy to manifest. They're not hard desires and easy desires. It's just how you see them that makes them hard to manifest or easy to manifest. But if you have resistance towards your desire, here's what I want you to do, and this will speed up your manifestation. Instead of telling yourself, okay, this is my reality now, I have the thing, and try to force yourself to believe that you already have the thing, that you already have the reality, when your brain is screaming, yeah, right, and you don't have the feelings that would go with having that reality, and you're just struggling to get there, I want you to stop, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, wouldn't it be great if, and follow that with what you desire, wouldn't it be great if Josh and I were back together? And just follow that line of thought. What would you be doing if you and Josh were back together? What would that look like? What would that feel like? Or wouldn't it be great if I found a job that paid me 5 times more money than I've ever made before in a month? What would that feel like? What would that look like? How would your life change? The reason this works to remove your resistance and speed up your manifestation is because you're not telling yourself, I already have this, it's already mine. You're just telling yourself, wouldn't it be good if that happened? And you allow yourself to fantasize. But the more you get into it, you're basically inside an imaginal scene where you imagine and feel as if the thing is already yours. You're just not telling yourself, this is mine right now. You're just telling yourself, wouldn't it be good if that happened? And your mind will not resist you as much. Because of course it would be good if that happened. The fifth way to speed up your manifestations is to use I am affirmations. I am affirmations are actually directions to your subconscious mind how to manifest the world and how to make you behave. So it's not that affirmations that are not worded with I am in the beginning don't work, and you can still keep those in your affirmations. But if you don't have many I am affirmations, include I am affirmations that would support your manifestation. So let's say that you feel that you're invisible and you want people to notice you more and like you more. So include I am affirmations. Maybe you have affirmations right now that say stuff like, people easily pay attention to me. That's great, but include an affirmation that says, I am good at getting people to pay attention to me. Or I am good at getting noticed in social situations. This works super fast. You can actually go to a social situation today or tonight, and if you always experience anxiety, for example, you can start repeating in your mind, I am good in social situations. And just keep repeating that in your mind. And when you leave, I want you to think back and notice if something different happened than usual. Maybe you were still nervous, but were you as nervous as usual? Maybe you did something without even realizing it that regular you would never do in such a situation because you would be too shy or too awkward to actually do that. And this time, even though you felt awkward, you actually did that. You just did it. And before you would never do it. It is amazing how fast I am affirmations work because they give direct instructions to your subconscious mind. And you can use that with any kind of thing that you want to manifest. So I am very open to receiving my manifestations. I am really good at manifesting my desires fast. I'm really good at making money. I'm really good at receiving money out of nowhere from completely unexpected sources. I just have a talent for it. I'm really good at it. I'm really good at finding parking spots. If you don't have I am affirmations, start using them now. They work super fast. You will not believe how fast they work, especially when it comes to rewiring you into the person that you want to be. I am is your identity. When you say I am this and that, I am good at this, I'm good at that, this rewires your entire reality, and then you don't have to care about, for example, your specific person paying you attention. Why? Because you are the person who is good at getting attention from everybody. So it is law that your specific person will pay attention to you. You won't have to worry about whether your clients want to pay you or they think you're too expensive. Why? Because you are a person who is good at making money. You say, I am good at making money. And that's all you need to do. And people will want to pay you and will be willing to pay you what you ask for because you are a person who is good at making money. It rewires your whole reality. You don't have to fix individual things and affirm a million things. You just have to have an I am affirmation. And once you change, your whole reality changes because everybody and everything is you pushed out. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.